after 9 and News Talk 1440 WROK. Straight Talk, Thursday morning. Riley and Scott. Jot down a website address, eVoter.com. That will come in very handy for you. At least we think so. Going to find out a little bit more. Adam Kravitz, co-founder of eVoter.com, is on the line right now. Adam, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
We're doing fine. How's everything going?
Good.
For people who are... Go ahead.
No.
I was going to say, for people who are unfamiliar, and I would imagine that would be a pretty good chunk of people, for right now anyway, with eVoter.com, fill us in on what it's about.
Okay, well, eVoter.com is basically it's a voter information service. It's a place where candidates, voters, and organizations can connect online. Basically, for voters, who I guess are the vast majority of your listeners, the idea is that they can come to the site, they can type in their address, and they will, because it's a primary, they'll have to choose between the Democratic and Republican and Green Party ballots, but they can click on that and they'll find their polling place. They will be able to see their complete ballot all the way down to precinct committeemen, and if there are any ballot measures or referenda in their precinct. But it's the offices that they can vote for. So like the Winnebago County board districts or whatever. That's correct. And they can view candidate profiles, and they can also importantly filter the ballot by endorsement. So we have a number of organizations on there, and any organization is welcome to come on the site and show their endorsements. So we have the Sierra Club, we have, Planned Parenthood and Right to Life, we have Tea Party Group, and we have Citizens Action, which is like a very progressive group in Chicago. So it's really nonpartisan and unbiased, and that's the basic idea.
And we get calls off the air all the time about people asking, where can we go to find out where candidates stand on the issues, where we go to get more information. And eVoter.com is kind of neat because, first of all, nonpartisan, which is always nice when we're talking about elections, but also it kind of acts as a total clearinghouse for information. You can do a sample ballot. You can get connected with, as you said, the endorsements, things like that. It's really a one-stop shop, for lack of a better phrase.
Well, yeah, that's the idea. I mean, the idea is that voters can come on and they can make their choices, and then they can print off their ballot to take with to the polls with them. We also offer some other services, like they can get their absentee ballot application, or they can get some early voting information, because early voting is on right now. And but the most important part is they can find out more about candidates. But the candidates actually have to come on and post their profiles as well. Because we're not trying to be unbiased, we don't go out there and gather the candidate information, because it's the candidate's space. They can say what they want. They can post their pictures. We don't want to, we might find information on one candidate and not another, so we don't. If it's an organization, the organization comes on and does it, and if it's a candidate, the candidate comes on and does it.
And it's a fairly new site, Illinois, with the early primary this year on February 2nd. How has the reaction been thus far? How much response have you gotten from the candidates themselves?
Well, I think. I'll look at it another way. From the voters, we've gotten a very good response. We've had so far. Over 40,000 voters in Illinois have looked up ballots on the site, and and to give you an idea, that's gone up like 1,000% from last week. Our daily traffic is just increasing every day as we get closer to the election, and people are starting to get interested in politics again. And and the holidays was a slow period, so now people we're seeing like exponential increase in traffic on the site. And at the same time, I looked at it this morning because I knew I was going to be talking to you. In Winnebago County, we've had over 1,000 voters come, and that'll probably be about 2,500. Now, the important point to recognize is these are people that have come to us through various means. We have some media partnerships, but most of it comes through search. And so people are actually Googling things like Illinois Senate race or Illinois candidates or Winnebago County, clerk candidates, or that's what they're doing. So these are actually motivated and interested voters. They're not coming to us because they're not interested in finding out about the candidates. They're very motivated, and if they're printing off their ballot, they're very likely to vote. And so with that kind of audience, more candidates should be coming on. So far, we've had about 55 candidates come on, and they have to sit down and they have to fill it in, and they have to feel they need to do it. But I think it's a little bit more important than bumper stickers or T-shirts. So
now, Adam, here, here in Illinois, where the first state where eVoter is available, what are the plans for expansion?
Well, our plans for expansion is the next state we're going to do is California, which has primary on June 8th, and then we're probably going to roll out in Florida, and then a couple of other big states, and we'll probably be in 6 states by the November 2010 elections, and then we'll roll out in a few more states in 2011, and ultimately in all 50 states by 2012. It's a very difficult process. The data is very deep. To be able to drill down to the precinct level and get the correct districts and get the correct candidates and get the correct polling places and everything is a lot of manual labor.
Yeah, I do think that's one of the neat features at eVoter.com is that you do get down to your exact ballot. People live in different precincts, different townships, all that kind of stuff. Maybe they're not clear about where they are, but you are. Once you put in the address, the site will tell you exactly what you're going to have to vote for. And then hopefully, and I know it's your hope too, the candidates would already have their information right there on the site where they can do more research without going anywhere else.
Right, and one of the things I'll tell you, the other thing, and I don't know why this is why you found out about us, but even we've had good response from the counties, but in particular the City of Rockford Election Commission actually links to us as their sample ballots. So we actually one day was we can see where the traffic's coming from, and I saw like Vote Rockford, and we're getting a lot of traffic from VoteRockford.org, and I'm like, who is that? and so I went, I went there, and I'm like, view your sample ballot, and I click on it, and boom, it comes up us. So I was really heartened by that, and I think that shows the support that we've got. The Illinois Republican political party is linking it to us now. Various organizations, Sierra Club is linking to us. There's various things. So we're starting to really see people recognize the value of it.
And just did what you recommended. Went right to the home page, entered my address, my zip code. It tells me exactly where my polling place is, gives me the choice of tickets I'd like to pull, tells me who the available candidates are, and then you can just head for endorsements and all that. You've made it one-stop shopping. It's pretty easy.
Right. There's a couple of other features. One is if you go to the candidate search page, if you're not quite sure how a candidate is correctly spelled, like one of the lieutenant governor candidates, I always kind of use him, is Scott Lee Cohn, and if you type in C-O-N-E instead of like C-O-H-E-N, you'll still pull him up. So it's because it's a sound X search. So if people aren't quite sure, like Andrzejewski, how you spell it, they can still find the candidate. There's an alphabetical listing of candidates. You can search by candidate for office. You can search for candidate by like which county they're running in. Not the state candidates, but the county candidates. There's all sorts of different features. You can also, one of the things on the candidate profile is it runs really deep. You can support a candidate. You can send them an email. You can contribute if the candidate wants. They can ask, and we process the contributions through our credit card processing, so they can. A voter can contribute on the site, and we continually expect on expanding functionality to make it more interactive.
Adam, is there anything that about eVoter.com that we haven't asked you that people should know?
No, I think we've covered it, actually. I mean, simplicity was also part of the concept, that it should be fun to use. And that, I'll tell you one thing. Another thing is just one more thing. To give you an idea, people who are searching us by Google are going like about 5 pages deep into the site. So that means they are finding what they want. But we believe that if there were more candidates on there, then we'd be getting paid page views per visitor or something, because, again, we see certain things on the site where people are looking for candidates and they can't find out the information. So for me, like if the City of Rockford Election Commission is linking to us, it's hard for me to believe that candidates in Winnebago County haven't quite picked this up yet and said, well, we need to be on here,
That's a great point. Adam Kravitz, thanks a lot for your time. Best of luck with eVoter.com.
Okay, thank you.
We appreciate it. Have a great day. 20 minutes after 9 at News Talk 1440 WROK. Yeah, it does make it pretty simple.